Welcome to the world's best TV show. Welcome to the past, and today's guest is Enos M. Hello, Enos M.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me, Miss Interviewer.
No problem, Mrs. Enos. Anyways, let's get to the questions. What's you? Did you immigrate to the USA, and the exact date?
Well, I was 12 years old and I immigrated in 1960 on a sunny day of June.
Wow, all by yourself at such a young age. Where did you immigrate from?
I immigrated from Mexico.
Wow, I love how sunny and pretty it is. It is in Mexico. I also love the oceans. They're so pretty, nice sunsets. Why did you immigrate?
Well, it's a long story. So my parents immigrated before me because of their job. They had to immigrate and they wanted me to learn more and more Spanish. They immigrated before me and I immigrated just to see my parents.
So this chair is going to be the camera.
Well, that's tragic. Where did they enter and what were their jobs?
Well, they worked in a factory, which when I immigrated, I worked with them, and they entered through Eagle Pass.
Well, that's cool jobs anyway. What were some inventions in Mexico in 1960?
Rap, computer mouse, computer games, calculus, Sharpie, and Slurpees/ICs.
I love Slurpees. What were some TV shows in the 1960s?
Well, me too. I love Slurpee. Sound of Music, Psycho, and Summer Magic and Memory.
Wow, that's super cool. Who was the ruler of Mexico in 1960?
Gasto Diaz. He was born March 1911 and he died in July 15, 1979. He died at 68 years old. Such a young age.
Wow, that's so sad and young. What were some popular songs in the 1960s to move away from the sadness?
Sleepwalk, Teen Angel, and Running Bear.
Oh, that's cool. What was your favorite foods when you immigrated?
Well, there were so many, but my top two were probably empanadas and tamales.
Wow, that sounds yummy. What did you do in your free time?
Well, I bingo cards, wander around and sing and jump rope, go to candy stores. They were only 50 cents. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, fun. What was your president? What was your president?
Kennedy, I forgot his last name because I don't know, I just forgot his last name because it was like a few years ago and he's actually a really nice president. And an interesting story about my life is that, you see, it was hard growing up because one day my family broke the news to me that I had to go to a boarding school because they wanted me to learn more and more Spanish. And they sacrificed and they moved all the way to USA and they worked for their factory, and then growing up I had to immigrate all by myself. There was actually people at boarding school I really had to go. I really knew really well, and they were really nice people at the boarding school. They're super nice, and I immigrated just to see my parents again, but I had to let go of a lot of people that I just met.
Wow, that's sad but cool at the same time. Anyways, thank you for coming to the show. We loved having you here. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me. Bye. Welcome to the Family History Show. Today we are interviewing Sylvia J. Hello, Sylvia.
Hello.
So when did you come here?
In 1974,
Wow, that was a long time ago. So where did you come from, anyways?
I came from Bolivia in South America.
Wow, so you came that far from Bolivia? Wow, that's so impressive.
Yeah, I liked it there, but I had to go because of universities. All the universities were closed.
Oh, that's too bad. The university sounded so much fun in the newspapers.
Yeah, they did.
By the way, what was the most popular toy in 1974?
The Rubik's Cube was skyrocketing. Everything's so expensive these days. Back in my days, a dozen of eggs were only 78 cents.
Wow, that's cheap. Now they're $3. Let's ask another question. What was your favorite fruit in Bolivia?
It was rice and breadsticks.
That sounds delicious. What was the most popular movie?
The Great Gatsby.
That sounds like a great movie. What was your job?
My job was a filing clerk.
Well, that's all we have today, folks. Interviewing. Thank you for watching the Family History Show. And thank you, Sylvia J., for coming.
No problem.
Bye.